Welcome to the training instructions for the Banana Best Management Practices Environmental Guidelines. The Banana BMP was developed by banana growers for banana growers. Some of the practices have benefits that go beyond environmental interests and are actually practices that would improve productivity and potentially reduce production costs. Growers can use the guidelines on their own as an information resource. However, to improve the value of the guidelines, a supporting system that includes a self-assessment checklist and management plan have been developed. The system essentially provides a three-step process. Step 1 is a self-assessment checklist where growers can assess their own farming practices. Step 2 is the management plan where growers can prioritise their actions for change. And Step 3 is a resource material where growers can find information to assist with practice change. The Banana BMP is available as either a hard copy or online system. These training instructions have been developed to assist users of the online system. To begin using the Banana BMP, log on to the Australian Banana Growers Council's webpage at abgc.org.au. To access the Banana BMP, scroll to the bottom of ABGC's website and select the Banana BMP icon. You will now be directed to the home page of the Banana BMP, which will provide an overview of the BMP and also a foreword from ABGC Chairman Doug Phillips. Before you start using the Banana BMP, you will need to register your details. It's easy and all done online. On the bottom right-hand side of the screen, click Register Now. A registration box will appear asking for a username and other details. Your username should be your full name, for example, Greg Grower. The format is up to you. Your username can be all lowercase or have some capital letters. Your username can be one word or more. Fill in the other details. Your first and last names, property address, email and password. Please note an email address can only be linked to one username. When you submit your registration, you will be advised that the registration has been successful but must be approved by an administrator. This is to ensure that only banana growers have access to the Banana BMP. After your registration has been approved, you will have a username and password that you can use to log in whenever you want to use the BMP. All of the information from your sessions will be stored so you can refer to it the next time you log in. When approved, you'll be able to return to the website and start using the BMP site by going to the Login button. On the login page, enter your username and password. Once you have logged in, you will see the dashboard page. This will become the central place to navigate around the Banana BMP. Start by clicking on the Add Farm icon. In the first text box, type your farm name. In the second text box, your farm size in hectares. And in the third and final text box, your farm postcode. Once you have entered these details, click Save. Your farm is now created. If you need to enter more than one farm, do so at this stage following the same process. While most practices may be the same across all of your farms, differing soil types, climates, water sources and systems will mean some practices may vary. By separating the farms, it allows you to assess each individually. It should be noted that individual grower information will not be used by the banana industry, and this will remain confidential at all times. The industry will use combined information for the purposes of determining priority areas for industry activities and monitoring practice change at a national and regional level. By clicking on the Start icon, you will be directed to the checklist, which is Step 1 of the Banana BMP process. The Banana BMP is made up of 10 modules, largely reflecting the layout of FreshCare's environmental code. When you open the checklist, you will see all of the 10 modules along the top. The order that you choose to complete the checklist is completely up to the user. If you only want to focus on the areas that you think are priorities for your business and region, then you can complete these first. Once you select a module by clicking on the tab, the sub-modules will become visible. Again, it is up to the user to choose which sub-modules they would like to complete. The program default will take the user to the soil module, working in chronological order through the modules and sub-modules. Go through the checklist and answer each question according to the practices you use on your farm. At the end of each page, click Save and Next. There are two types of questions, either single answer or multiple answer questions. The single answer questions are identifiable by the round character marker, while the multiple answer questions are visible by the phrase "tick all that apply" and the square character marker. Your overall rating depends on how many practices you select in these multiple answer questions. When you are completing the checklist, you will notice on the right-hand side that the practices fall into three categories, being Best, OK, and Improve. Anything that is selected in the Improve category will automatically be added to your management plan. You can monitor your progress through the checklist two ways. You can see how much of the checklist has been completed by looking at the top of the page to the percentage in brackets. This tells you what percentage of the total number of questions have been answered. Also, once an entire module has been answered, a tick will appear in a small box located next to the module name. There is also an option to print the entire checklist. This can be useful if you want to complete the checklist in your own time away from the computer and come back at a later time and input it onto the computer then. At any time during the process, you can view your scorecard by clicking on the View Scorecard icon. The scorecard provides a summary of your practice rating by module and submodule on the left half of the screen, compared to the industry average on the right half of the screen. You can choose the module to view by clicking on the module name along the top of the screen. It is important to note that the industry averages are a 12-month moving average across the whole industry. It is also possible to print your scorecard by clicking on the Print Entire Scorecard icon at the bottom of the page. Step 2 of the BMP process is the management plan. You can view your management plan by clicking on the View Management Plan icon. This appears on the scorecard, checklist, and dashboard pages. All of the answers from the checklist that were in the Improve category rating will automatically be added to your management plan. You can also manually add items to your management plan by clicking on the Add Item for Improvement icon. This allows you to add items that may have been okay, but you would like to improve further, or actions that are not covered by the BMP to maintain a single management plan for your business. By selecting the Edit icon on an individual item line, you can add additional information such as the item for improvement, the action required, the person responsible, a budget, a due date, and a percentage complete for that particular item. You can then click Save. To make an action item a high priority, click on the faded exclamation mark in the triangle on the far left column. This action item will now appear under the Important tab, which is the third tab along the top out of the total of 4 tabs. This helps the business to keep track of their high priority actions. When you return to the All tab, the first of the 4 tabs along the top, this item will now appear at the top of the list to help highlight the actions with a higher priority rating. When an action item is complete, click on the Mark Complete icon in the right-hand column and enter the appropriate date, then click Save. This completed action item will now appear under the Complete tab, which is the 4th and final tab along the top. This helps the user to easily identify all of the completed projects. When you return to the All tab, the first of the 4 tabs along the top, this action item will be greyed out and moved to the bottom of the list. An item marked as complete can be resumed at any time to reactivate it. The management plan can be printed by clicking the Print Management Plan icon appearing on the lower left side of the page. Step 3 of the Banana BMP process is the resource material. For information about best practice for a particular action item, click on the blue hyperlink which appears in the second column of your management plan. This will take you directly to the relevant section in the resource document for further information. Similar to the checklist and scorecard, you can use the module names along the top to navigate around the resource material. Once a module has been selected, you can choose the appropriate submodule from the list on the left. To return to the management plan, click on the green View Management Plan icon on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Where more information is available on other websites, a blue hyperlink will be included in the text. Click on the link and it will take you directly to the relevant website. At any time, the homepage, dashboard and resources section are available at the top right of screen near the logout icon. If you want to switch between farms, return to the dashboard and select either the checklist, scorecard or management plan for the relevant farm. This completes the training instructions for the Banana BMP. If you have any questions, please contact Naomi King on 0459 846 053.